Hello, everyone. I am Priya Rao, and welcome to the Canadian Film Forecast for the week of July 13th. Did I get that right? I think so.
You did.
I'm losing track of time here, but thank you for having my back, Anita, as you always do.
I always do, Priya.
You sure do. So welcome to you and to Katherine out on the West Coast. Hey, Katherine, how's it going?
Greetings.
Greetings, Earthlings.
Greetings, Earthlings.
And just on the west coast of Toronto, we've got Anna-Lea. How are you doing, girl?
West side.
That's right, represent. So let's start with you because there's a lot of news on Canadian film openings and some cool drive-in action. So take it away.
Yeah, well, today out on Vimeo on Demand and releasing tomorrow on iTunes, Apple TV, is Catch and Release. It's based on a Pulitzer Prize nominated play called Killian Do. So that look for that. Now drive-ins, yes, very cool way to be COVID safe in this climate of strange pandemic uncertainty, and just like a fun nostalgia throwback to how I experienced film sometimes at drive-ins when I was a kid. So we've got a number of cool releases. So Sergio Navarreta's film The Cuban, starring none other than Luis Gossett Jr., opens July 20th. Well, it's a one screening only. It's at the Lavazza Drive-In Film Festival at Ontario Place.
Oh. Now,
the film will be releasing in the US July 31st, but there is going to be Canadian release, but we're still waiting to hear the date on that. So if you don't get to see it at the drive-in, you will get to see it eventually screening at home. Also, back in April, Things I Do for Money was going to be releasing, and they were going to do it in their hometown of Hamilton. And so now they're going on July 22nd for one night only. They're going to be having a screening at the drive-in there, and it's called the Starlight Drive-In. And it's going to be a double bill with the cult classic Turbo Kid. I've heard so much about this film, so I think that'll be a cool double bill. And also Things I Do for Money, if you don't get a chance to go to Hamilton, and I have a feeling this is going to be a sold out drive-in event. If you don't get to go on the 22nd, then August 11th, the film releases Canada-wide and on VOD, and you can check our website for all the platforms that you can view it on. And if you're not in Ontario to see any of these drive-in films, then Made New is coming out, or they've come out with a blockbuster series. It's a summer blockbuster series across Canada. And if you go to the madenew.ca website, you can find out what will be coming and playing in what city.
Awesome.
Excited about that.
Yeah, I have no doubt that the Things I Do for Money is going to be sold out because Warren Pisnoda, he's a hometown boy from Hamilton. So I know that lots of his friends and family and fans are going to be out there supporting. And also, I think the two lead actors, the brothers, are also from Hamilton, I believe. And a lot of the cast is. So super cool. Really looking forward to that one. We had so much fun visiting that set a few summers ago. Wow, it seems like a lifetime ago, but boy, we had some fun. We've got some great interviews too, so you should check out our YouTube channel for lots of interviews with the cast and with Warren himself. By the way, Warren was our very first guest on our Real Inspiration podcast, so check that out. He does talk a lot about this movie and about some of the honors he's received along the way, such as being given, I believe, the Order of Canada. So he's a really cool filmmaker and the #1 Canadian film fan. Maybe even bigger than our group here. It's possible. I don't know. We can argue. Well, friendly debate. I also want to mention one film that did open last week is Volition, but we're mentioning it again this week because we have a fabulous Q&A with the filmmakers and like 17 of the cast on Thursday, this Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Toronto time. Really looking forward to that because it's going to be me and the boys, all the boys. So it's going to be a really fun one. So definitely watch that movie, rent it with some friends. I think it's a really fun movie. And then we're going to have a great chat and you can join because we'll be on Facebook Live. Now we're going to hand it over to you, Anita, for Anita's picks.
Awesome. Thanks, Priya. Yeah, first off, I'm really excited about the drive-in movie thing, and I really want to get out to see something like that. And the Volition Q&A is going to be stellar. I can't wait. So that would be 4 p.m. Pacific time, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Please join us. We're going to have a lot of fun with that. I picked 2 films, as I always do, that you guys can watch right now. You can watch them for free. And the first one I selected was Away from Her. And I chose Away from Her because, as it happens, it was Gordon Pinsent's 80th birthday. I believe, is that correct, Katherine? 80th birthday?
Why do I think it's more than that? You're probably right, though.
He's up there, but he just celebrated his birthday, and he stars in so many amazing films, and of course Away from Her is one of them. This was directed by Sarah Polley, and it also stars Julia Christie, and it's about a man who is coping with the institutionalization of his wife, who suffers from Alzheimer's. And he's also witnessing her transferring her affections for another man who is another patient in the nursing home where he lives. This is a moving and heartbreaking film, and it's beautiful. You have to have a box of Kleenex with you when you watch this film. It is you will definitely cry. Beautiful film. And one of the things that really surprised me is that this film was made probably 8 years ago or longer, and Sarah Polley, she's a young woman, and she's, you know, the director, she's the writer and the director, and she created an amazing mature story. And I thought that's just an interesting that a young woman would write and direct a story about this stage in life, and she does it with tenderness and beauty. The second film I have for you is Monsieur l'Azur, and that is a French-Canadian film by Philippe Falardeau, and another powerful film. This is a story that starts with a popular elementary school teacher who commits suicide in her classroom. I know that sounds really heavy, and the film is heavier. However, you're gonna fall in love with this film and the Algerian immigrant who plays the substitute teacher that comes in and takes her place. And his role is to help his students deal with the grief. At the same time, his own recent loss is revealed. And yeah, it's another tear-jerking film, not a lighthearted film, but trust me, you're gonna love it. It'll move you. You'll be talking about it with your friends afterwards. It's a very powerful film. So both of these titles are available on CBC Gem. Check it out. They're available for free, and enjoy and let us know what you think. Back to you.
Thanks, Anita. Makes me wonder what's going on for you this last week that you picked 2 real tear jerkers.
I know.
But 2 solid films, but definitely on the more dramatic side. But you know what? You have to appeal to all the emotions eventually, right?
I know. I usually like to balance it out, but you guys are going to love these films. They're both really
beautiful films.
Beautiful films, yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And I agree. Sarah Polley did just a really amazing job with Away from Her, handling a subject matter that is just not often portrayed on scene. I think the only other time I can think of that particular type of story is The Notebook, and we really focused more on the Ryan and Rachel early, like those are the Canadian actors. Actually, both Canadian actors in that
That's
film,
great.
so there's Canadian connection.
Practically
Rachel
Canadian.
McAdams and Ryan Gosling, but they
Okay.
focus more on the love story of the younger two, and you don't really see that beautiful older love depicted on screen. So great choices as
Yeah.
always.
And Sarah Polley, she's just an amazing, I mean, she's an actress as well that's gone. I think this was her first feature that she directed. And she just, she blows my mind. She's a very, very talented woman. I'm proud of her accomplishments.
Yeah.
Such a great movie, but also I think we really need to see more movies representing people in that stage, not necessarily dealing with such a difficult subject all the time, but like, you know, that's a big age group. It's actually a big age group that likes to watch movies too.
That's
so
right. Yeah.
Great to see.
Yeah.
And you know what? Anybody of any age can watch these kinds of movies because they're great movies, and we should know and learn about other people's lives through film. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all
Excellent
looking
point.
to see ourselves represented, right? And it's nice to see that reflection expanding on screen. And while we're on the topic of representation, that's going to be my sort of segue over to
Fantastic
you,
segue.
Katherine, with the Brodsky Report, because you're going to be talking a little bit about some initiatives to help BIPOC people. So over to you.
thank you, Priya. That was an excellent segue. So yeah,
Almost like it was planned.
almost. So, you know, something that a lot of filmmakers are looking to figure out is how to diversify their above the line, below the line, cast, everything in between. So BIPOC TV and Film, as well as Bell Media, they have been partnering together, and they've announced that they're going to be launching a new web portal coming later this month. It will aim to generate increased employment of Black, Indigenous, and people of color working in the Canadian media industry. The portal is going to be called Hire BIPOC, and it is essentially a database of BIPOC crew and creatives working in screen-based industries available for Canadian productions and media companies to hire. And even before that's launched, already available is a website called filmandcolor.ca, color spelled the Canadian way, COLOUR. And it is an online platform that showcases Canadian POC filmmakers and serves as a community hub to showcase their work and personalities. So the new site, the Hire BIPOC site, will be linked to filmandcolor.ca, and it's going to be exciting to see what kind of creatives are out there and how productions will take advantage of this database.
I'm curious, Katherine, whether you know how people become part of the database. Do you have to sign up? Is there a registration fee, or how do you?
Yeah, I don't think it's
information
available yet. I don't think there's a registration fee because it's meant to serve the community, but people will be able to add themselves and submit their info. Yeah, but I guess it's already summer, so I guess any minute now we're gonna have this database launch in this website.
That's fantastic.
And back to you, Priya.
Oh, thanks. I didn't realize we were done with that.
I didn't do a good
Okay,
segue.
thanks.
I'm sorry.
Thanks so much, Katherine. I know you're going to have lots more for us in the coming weeks, but that's it for now. Just remember to hashtag us. I don't know if you can hear that crazy construction that's going on just down the street. Oh, excellent. But I thought it was perfect timing that we wrapped this up just before they started basically opening up the earth outside
Universal
my living room
time
here.
for wrapping up.
Pretty much. Remember to tag us, hashtag CDN Film Love, and we will repost, retweet, everything, because we love to share all your news on great Canadian film and what's happening out there in the world of Canadian film and filmmakers. Until next week, folks, that's it for us, and we will see you then. Bye.
See you next time.